Hello, America. Good to see you again for my now daily 4 p.m. show. I'm going to do this show every day at 4 p.m. as we go deeper and deeper into this crisis. Um, I did a special live stream this morning. Uh, I posted it. I decided to post. I wasn't planning on posting it, but I thought it went well, so I just posted it from Notes from the Circus. So if you can catch that too, it's 2.5 hours long. I don't know if the 4 p.m. show, my promised 4 p.m. show, will go that long today. We're gonna try and talk about like what's going on in the world. The earlier show was a little bit inside baseball, just sort of about my network, my life, my friendships, uh, revealing all. This is more. We'll get down to business right now and talk about what's going on in the country. Um, Look, as it stands right now, um, we're facing like I think that the economic disruption that we're about to see is I mean it's going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal. I'm not sure. Um, I can't be sure exactly how bad it's going to get. But it's going to be bad because here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you want to we want to just really want to slow down and we want to think about like why is Mike so confident that what has happened, what has transpired in the Persian Gulf, the closing of the Strait of Hormuz, what makes Mike so confident that he can make a prediction that this is going to tank the global economy? Well, all right. Well, let's talk about the second law of thermodynamics, right? Um, um, you know, our economy, our entire economy runs on energy, right? We all know this, right? It's like our energy consumption is at the fulcrum of this international of the climate emergency. We're trying to get our energy production off of fossil fuels, off of oil and coal and natural gas, and um, into energy sources that don't increase methane and carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, which have the effect of capturing more solar radiation and heating our atmosphere. The greenhouse gas effect that we've all learned about. So, energy is it's the lifeblood, right, of the economy. Everything runs on it. I'm using it now. The power that's used to power the internet, transportation, food. Energy is an important input into our food supply chain, right? Internationally, uh, oil, fertilizer, um, our agricultural industry consumes a lot of energy, and we turn that energy into food. And so, when you so energy is like energy outside of human labor itself is like the most important like input right into the economic system. So if you're just like looking at it, if you're just trying to like zoom out, like right, like zoom out, and just be like, what is economy? What is this? What is this thing? Well, so it was the energy inputs, right, for our mechanized systems, for our machinery, for our tools, for our transportation, for our heating. Um, even the water that we pump into our taps, right? All of this stuff, the energy input, um, it touches everything. So when you in a world like this, in our modern world, in our very advanced modern world, you take the energy input and you do this. You take a fifth of it away all of a sudden, almost a quarter. You just shut it off. Well, what ends up happening is what people observe in the markets is they see the price of oil goes up, right? Price of a barrel of oil goes up. What's happening here? Well, what's happening here is that there's less oil, and so there's people bidding on that oil, and they're bidding it higher and higher because everyone needs oil. And so the people who really, really, really need oil are going to be the people who pay the most for oil. And the people who don't need oil are potentially the people who aren't going to buy any oil at all. Maybe they would have bought that oil and used that oil to go on vacation, but now they're not going to do that. You see. You see? This other piece of economic activity has now been priced out of the economy based on the loss of that energy input into the economy. This is what you should look at. This is the feature. This is what the economists I think might call demand destruction. So, um, in my previous live stream, I um, I compared this right to the the architect chief engineer of the Titanic, who was aboard the Titanic um, when she sank, when she went down, um, and and the way in which, like, he was the first person on the ship to recognize that the ship was going to sink, um, because he well understood that the um, that if I remember this correctly, that the Titanic could sustain having two of its compartments breached, but not three. And him recognizing this condition, realized that there was nothing that was going to stop the Titanic from its ultimate fate. And in that sort of that uh, in that world, all those rich people walking about the ship, believing, that in disbelief that such a notion could be true. This big, gigantic ship could sink. I think that's sort of that's the milieu that I'm talking into right now, right? That's Wall Street right now. That's your business class. That's your political class right now. The ship now, those energy inputs, the rising price of oil, right? That completely shifts the entire constellation of economic decisioning that's happening across the global economy. And so this is going to destroy what economists would generally refer to as aggregate demand, the demand for things, right? When the cost of things goes up against people's ability to pay into those costs, um, there's a sort of a thing that happens. Um, People, based on need and a complicated set of calculations of needs and wants, adjust this. They say, well, I mean, now that gas is twice the price, I'm not going to go for that Sunday drive. And when you don't go for that Sunday drive, the little restaurant, out in the countryside that serves customers out on their Sunday drives doesn't have any customers. You see, this is how this works. This is what happens. And so this is happening right now, right? So this is a shock into the economic system. You're people who are already struggling with cost of living. We already know we have a cost of living crisis. It's out of control. And now what you've done is you've doubled energy costs. Like, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen to the world economy? I think that, you are a fool. You're a fool, quite frankly. If you believe that, like that there's just something that's going to happen. The markets, the stock markets, the commodities, the futures trading markets, that's just simply going to sort of ameliorate this reality that you know, the real economy, not the financialized economy, the economy of like regular people, of restaurants and bowling alleys and movie theaters and all that stuff, all that's competing with energy costs. Higher energy costs means it costs more money to deliver services and goods. Higher energy costs means that it costs more for transportation. Higher energy costs mean like more expense, that the expense of food production is higher, the transportation of that food. And then again, this is that creates what John Maynard Keynes would refer to as a demand destruction spiral. This is a very, very, very dangerous set of conditions. And one might observe right now that the American government's fiscal situation is not well positioned into such a scenario. People are talking about the Fed raising interest rates, which would increase debt servicing costs on the U.S. federal government debt. So I mean, this. So when I look at people and I see people thinking, well, this might very well work out. I mean, look at Trump. Trump's going to taco. There's going to be a taco. Trump always chickens out. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, listen to me now. It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters in the sense that he should be impeached and removed immediately because this war is illegal. But I mean, when it comes to the economy and what's about to happen, like, I'm sorry, my friends, the ship is taking on water, and I have done the math, and like Titanic's chief engineer, then I submit to you, that that what is about to happen is it's not good. It's not good. Now, I mean, it's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be good for any of us. There's no person that won't be negatively affected. This, rich and poor, and obviously the poor will be hurt a lot more. Like, this is like one of these things. Like, when energy becomes more scarce in the system, it does hurt everyone. The whole world becomes poorer at the same time, and obviously the people in that system who are the most vulnerable are. The ones who are going to suffer the most. And we should think right now, I think, about, especially very vulnerable regions of the world right now. Like, we're here in America. The good news about America is that we're self-sufficient for food, at least, right? Like, America, Canada, Mexico in particular, these three countries, like, we are breadbasket nations. We make way more food for ourselves than we can possibly eat. We're lucky in that respect. That is not true throughout most of the world. So I must suggest, like, even as bad as this is going to get for Americans, this is going to be, I mean, I'm worried about famine. I'm worried. I think, we haven't seen serious famine in the world, in the same way that we used to see in like the 80s and 90s. I mean, they still have like happened, but like, my friends, I mean, if you have any decency, you must understand that into the abyss we go. Into the abyss we go. This is a 5 alarm fire for humanity. And so, I mean, that's scary to hear, right? It's scary to hear. This is very alarmist sounding rhetoric. But it needs to be said. It needs to be said that these are the contours of the reality in which you live. I mean, I take no. I mean, I'm scared. I'm scared for myself, and I'm scared for you and for everyone right now. It's absurd. It's fucking absurd that nobody's doing anything about this. I mean, no one's doing anything about this. They aren't, right? I mean, like the thing that needs to be done about this is for this war to stop, for this illegal war to stop, and for the man who is quite literally delivering the world into this fire, into this abyss, is to stop him from doing is to stop him from lighting any more fires. There is a forest fire. The fire around us is burning. We are in a forest. We're in a big forest, a big dark forest of many dangers, and Donald Trump is running around lighting fires, and people are sitting around saying, well, I mean, he does have the fire, he does have the lighter, he does have the fire. It's his fire right now. And I'm like, well, we should take it away from him. And people are like, well, we'll never convince the Republicans to take the fire away from Donald Trump. I'm like, well, we should convince people to take the fire. We should convince them of that. I mean, we're going to all burn. Do we all want to burn? Yes, Mike, but like the left is woke. The Republican, what are we? Mike, we can't have wokeism. What about trans ideology, guys? What the? I mean, like, if you're like, or what about the fact that Zoran Mamdani's wife has said anti-Semitic things in the past? Mike, we're stuck. We can't do anything. Like, guys, like, this is like, I mean, like, the insanity. This is insane. You're an insane person. I'm talking to you, the one who feels like you cannot act because, like, you just think that that it's somehow like the risk is great. If you think the risk to you right now is greater if Donald Trump were removed from power and some sane fucking person was put there instead, some person that you think is like some, I don't know, someone like me. I'm not saying me. Like, I'm not, but I don't mean me. But like someone like of my general disposition who says the things that I'm saying, and there's many other people saying the things I'm saying. And you think that means that your world is going to just become so shitty because there's going to be wokeism and there's going to be like gendered pronouns in people's bios, and for some reason, like, you think that like we're simply just going to tolerate anti-Semitism all of a sudden. Like, what? I mean, give me a fucking break. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I mean, the world is in flames, and the flames are about to consume you and your children's future. That's what's about to happen. I'm not sure why it's so difficult for you to accept this, to bury your pride, to recognize that you were wrong. You were wrong to think that Donald Trump was the lesser threat vis-a-vis Kamala Harris. You were wrong about that. Anybody sitting here to this day, saying, well, actually, she was actually, all things considered, Kamala Harris was so stupid that Donald Trump was the lesser evil. Like, la 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 la. You are a moron. You're stupid. You're a stupid fucking person. Look at you. Look how dumb you are. Like how dumb you are to hold that position, like, given the available evidence. I mean, you surely you miscalculated. like that you cannot own that you cannot own your own stupidity is like, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, you're lying to yourself. And I mean, I wouldn't normally care that people are lying to themselves, but like the fact that their lies to themselves are so consequential of my life, I mean, I'm going to be quite rude about it. It's like, fuck you. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, how can you not recognize that, like, right about now is the time for you to be like, I was wrong. I was a wrong person. I did a wrong thing. I probably should have voted for Kamala Harris. That's what I should have done. I mean, I get it, okay? I don't like the woke thing and like all these things, and like, I get it. The guy's crazy. He's a psychopath. It's true. I mean, Trump, this megalomaniac of Donald Trump that we put in place, I admit it. He's a megalomaniac, crazy, narcissistic person. Like, why is that so hard? I don't understand why my fellow Americans are still sitting here thinking, well, he's like the final bulwark against capitalism, you see, because the left is Marxist and collectivist, and if we allow them into power, they would bring an end to what I love about America, which is entrepreneurial capitalism. And this is why I must hold the line right now. I mean, like this, if you think that that's like a legitimate position, you're crazy. You're fucking nuts. You're so crazy. You're so crazy. You're so crazy. And not only are you so crazy, I mean, you're responsible. You're responsible for this. You're like continuing. by like you not standing up right now, like knowing what you know and being like, my God, I think we should stop this. Take some fucking, be like, like I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, members of Congress, you Republican pieces of shit Congress. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, I know that I'm not. I know that I'm not ingratiating myself to you by calling you a piece of shit. But by God, you've been a piece of shit, haven't you? Like, I mean, like I understand that some of you speak in private of how much you hate Donald Trump, and then go on television and then talk about how Donald Trump is the smartest president who ever lived, and like you play the fucking so-called like North Korean propaganda game with this motherfucker, and then you'll sit there and be like, "This is pragmatism, Mike. This is what the base wants. This is what we must do. This is the donors." It's like, shut the fuck up. Like you need to like own this because you have the power, the person with the most power. You wanted the seat, you wanted the big seat in Congress. Well, you have it, and you're not using that power to do the right thing. It's so serious, and history is going to judge you so harshly. I mean, I judge you harshly already. I mean, I'm like 10 years ahead of everyone else, it seems, at this point on like where I think things are going to stand. I don't care. Mike, your ego's too inflated. I don't care. Shut up. I'm going to be right about this. You guys must understand that like history is going to look at you with such pathos and with such contempt that you could have saved so many lives if you just like voted to stop this. Martha LaMarche says that she hopes that I'm getting a good night's sleep every night. Guys, I'm actually like, I know that I'm talking with a lot of passion right now, but I'm actually not stressed out at all. Actually, I'm quite like in fact, I'm pretty sure that if you took my heart rate right now, like I'm probably like my heart rate's probably at like in the high 50s, low 50s BP. I actually feel quite calm, actually, like in my body. Like I'm not. So I'm well rested. I meditate. Like, so, I mean, one can be very serious and calm at the same time. This is me being calm and serious at the same time. This could be confusing for people. People aren't used to this. Because I think, I mean, I think one thing that people mistake calmness with is deference, right? Giving deference, passivity. Like you can be calm and serious with that doesn't necessarily mean that your heart has to be racing, that you have to be like like on like just like ready to fly off the handle. No, I'm calm, I'm great, I'm fine. I mean, thank you for the concern. Anyways, yeah, I mean, so that's I mean, I think that's if you're a member of Congress listening to my words right now, that's what I would consider. I would consider like your posterity, the view of posterity, like looking back upon you, right, from the future. It's going to be like I mean, it's going to be brutal. I mean, you've taken too long to act already. I mean, it's better late than never, though, right? I mean, better to be the first. I mean, the first to break ranks is going to be, seen as the most heroic of all the figures, right? So it's really, I mean, like if you think about it, right? If you're sort of thinking about like building social capital into the regime to come, it's like, well, the first traitor, the first Republican turncoat, the one that stands up and says, fuck it, let's impeach this motherfucker. I mean, you're going to be a hero. You're going to be a hero. You get to be the hero. A lot of your other friends who stay out, they're going to be in trouble. And they're going to lash out at you, right? Because that's what they do. That's what cults do. That's what happens in a cult of personality. But you will be a hero. You'll be written into the history books as one of the people that helped put a stop to this. So, I mean, and when I mean, and I think the public and the prosecutors and the grand commissions and the grand investigatory commissions and the things that are going to come that are going to have to happen to clean up this mess. I think they're going to be far more friendly to you than the people who chose to um, march in lockstep with Donald Trump into the abyss. Don't you? Don't you think? Don't you think that like maybe that your good name might be a little bit more protected if you act now? Um, Operators are standing by. They're ready. I mean, come on. Like, I mean, I think that you should break ranks, and I think you should do it now. I think you should go and whisper into your Democratic colleagues' ears and said, I'm ready. I'm ready to cross the aisle and join you right now in ending this thing before it gets us all killed, because it could get us all killed. You know this, right? Like, this is fucking serious. I mean, I've tried to lay it out for you. If you think this is hysterical, I mean, okay. I mean, I think if you think about it, you recognize it's not hysterical at all. It's in fact capital T truth. It doesn't get any more um, obviously the true than what I'm saying. I mean, this is just this is just what it looks like when you stop thinking about what, like, I mean, when you live in a world where you think about what Trump might think about it before you speak, you've already surrendered your thoughts to someone else. The moment that you're like, hey, should I say this thing? What will this person think? You've already given you've surrendered your power to them. You've made them the sort of the sovereign of your thoughts. Why have you done that for someone who fucking Republicans who think that they're so fucking independent? Are you fucking kidding me? You think you worry about what Donald Trump might think before you speak. You're so independently minded, unlike people like me who are brainwashed by the mainstream discourse. I don't think I'm brainwashed. I don't even think the mainstream likes me. I think they think I'm badly misbehaved and I swear too much. I mean, I'm not. I mean, don't mistake me for one of those people. Like, listen. Um, my proposition to you is this. It's like, I mean, you have an opportunity to be a hero. You have an opportunity to be a hero, and I suggest you take it. You know, it's like you look at the sort of the risk reward threshold on this. I mean, you know Trump's going down. Like, you know this. Why not be one of the ones to help bring about that downfall? Like, why do you want to be with the group of people who's associated with Donald Trump after the very angry American people who've been beaten and bruised by his masked thugs, who've been impoverished by his wars that have been stolen from with his grifts? Like, when they come and, like, you're one of the people that are sitting there trying to basically defend why it was the right thing to stand by Donald Trump's side. I mean, have you thought this through? Have you thought through, like, what this is going to look like on the other side? I mean, I think you should. I mean, if I were you, and this is like, it's just me. I'm just one guy. And I know you think I'm cocky and like full of myself. And oh my God, look at him. He doesn't understand how complicated my situation is. I have donors and I have a base, and Donald Trump will threaten to primary me. Oh my God, Mike thinks it's so simple. He thinks it's so simple. What a fool he is. It's like, I mean, okay, right. Well, I mean, look, you're gonna lose. You're going to lose if you stay on that side of the fuck. I mean, Donald Trump has already lost in a sense. This will be the end of his regime, one way or the other. The only thing that, like, we now have to think about is like how it ends. It's not a question of if it will end. It will end. It will end. I mean, this war will be the end of Donald Trump and JD Vance and this regime. And so like you know that. You must know that. You must be looking at the polls. You must be seeing the people in the streets. You must sense these No Kings protests are going to be unlike anything we've seen in American history. And so I might suggest that like if you're going to sit there and you think that Barry Weiss over at CBS, while she's like focusing on like fucking whatever fucking scandal and California that they're trying to pin to fucking Gavin Newsom because they think that's what's going to distract the fucking people while they're paying $10 a gallon for gas. Like you've really lost the plot. I'm sorry. You're so far outside the historical bullseye. I mean, you've missed the board. You've missed the board. The dart has missed it. You are fucking going down, my friends. You're going down, and the people are coming for you. So I think you best get on the right side of history before it's too late. The time is running out. Tick tock, motherfuckers. Tick tock, motherfuckers. Time is running out. So that's my thoughts on this day. My serious thoughts, my message to the members of Congress. We'll see if this message gets through. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just a guy. I'm just one guy. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow. We'll see if we do any other like special live streams if like things like that happen. Otherwise, tomorrow I'll see you again at 4 p.m. We're gonna do 4 p.m. Pacific. This is 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Where we'll do this. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like this new format. I hope it's working for you. I'm at my, look, I want you to know that that there are better times ahead. I want everyone to know this. But there's also we're gonna have to walk through some mud before we have those better times. And I want everyone to know that that I love you and that I care about all of you and that like look we continue to march, right? Like with setbacks, we continue to move the boulder up the hill. We push towards a more perfect union. Thank you, everybody. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow.